What is going on, everybody? Today's video is dedicated to those people out there who like to sell Pokemon cards online but have no clue how to ship them correctly, or maybe they do and they just don't care. Or if you're trying to get into the online Pokemon card business and you're trying to sell singles, well, this video will help you ship them the correct way to make sure they get to your recipient without damage. I have received Pokemon cards that I have bought off of TCG Player and eBay in a variety of different ways that are just not protected. And the first way is getting one in nothing but a card saver. These are semi-rigid. They don't offer much protection during shipping. They can bend so easily. The next way is in a 9-pocket binder page. Some people will ship a card just like this, and all they do is fold this over and tape it together, throw in an envelope, and it's on its way to you. And the last way that I have received cards is in nothing but an envelope folded over and just a card placed in there in nothing but a penny sleeve. Now, how is this supposed to not get damaged on its way to you as a buyer? Now, if you ship the cards like I'm about to show you how to, it's going to save you a lot of headaches down the road, and the supplies to do this are not very expensive. I would rather personally spend a little bit more on shipping protection rather than have to keep shelling out refund after refund because the cards arrive damaged. So without further ado, let's check out a few different ways that you can ship your cards securely. All right, so method number one. This is for whenever I sell a card that is worth $9.99 or less. Now, all of the supplies here, it costs me about 35 cents to ship a trading card in this manner. So the first thing is 5" by 7" self-sealing envelopes, and that's these right here. And then we have 5" by 7" cardboard inserts. Obviously, the Pokemon card with a top loader and a penny sleeve and a little bit of tape. So the first thing that I do with this is I take my card and I put it right on this cardboard insert and I just tape it up just like this. Actually, I did miss a step here. The first thing I do is actually tape the card shut, make sure it doesn't fall out of the top loader. Wrap it around just a little bit so it gives like a little kind of an easy pull tab here when you go ahead and close it up. That way the person that gets it doesn't have to fight with the tape to get it off. They can just pull this tab and get it right off. So we'll go ahead and go back to this, stick it on here, and then just 3 pieces of tape around the top loader is going to secure it to this cardboard insert. Now, this tape right here is actually heat tape that I use to make orders for my merch store. It withstands a high temperature, but is also perfect for taping cards to this cardboard insert because it's not super sticky and it doesn't make a huge mess like painter's tape does. So now that we've got the card right here, and then we're going to go ahead and slide it into our 5 by 7 envelope. That way we have a little bit of extra rigidity and it will make this card non-machinable. And you want your stuff to be non-machinable when it goes through the post office. When it does go through those machines, it's going to go around a bunch of different belts and rollers. And if this package is non-machinable, it will not go through the machines and it has to be hand sorted. So once you have it in there, obviously you would slide your packing slip in there if you do have one, the easy peel, and then we just shut it up just like that. And then if we have our shipping label, we can just go ahead and put it right on the front. I leave a little bit of room at the bottom because I want a little bit of extra notification on there. So you can get these do not bend stickers. Thank you. And hopefully people won't bend them. And I put one on each side of the envelope just to make sure that it is seen. So with that being said, that is how I ship cards for $9.99 or less. The next one we're going to get into is $10 or more. All right, so method number 2. This is if I sell a card online that is worth $10 or more. So here we've got a 10 by 6 bubble mailer. We've got our cardboard inserts, our tape, and some thermal label stickers. Now these are great because they can be used to close up these cardboard inserts to make sure that card doesn't fall out. Now for this one, I'm going to be using 2 of these inserts because the card's worth a little bit more. So we want to give it a little bit more protection while it's on its way to its new owner. So the same thing is going to apply here. We're going to take our tape, close the card up and make sure we get a little pull tab there, fold it over, and then we'll go ahead and we will tape it to this insert. Now after this, we're going to put another insert on top of it to give it another extra layer of protection. So with that, we just take these, put it on top, and then our thermal label stickers come into play here. So we'll get one of these off and ready to go. So we'll put this on here just like that, and then we'll grab another one and do the other side. And then we'll just make sure that these are evened up and just fold it over so we get that closed. Now, of course, you don't have to do the top and bottom if you don't want to. However, I do prefer to do it that way, making sure here that the card has no way of getting out of these inserts. So even if the tape does, for some reason, fail, you don't have to worry about it getting out, floating around the envelope, and possibly getting damaged. So now we have it all secured in there with our tape and our thermal label stickers. Then we can just go ahead and slide it right into this bubble mailer. Once it's in the bubble mailer, that's perfect. So the bubble mailer will actually fold over. We don't have to worry about damaging the card there because those cardboard inserts are going to protect it. So we take that off and we can fold it all the way over to make sure that it is not going to move at all while it's in transit. And then again, now we're done with that. So we take our shipping label and just put it right on here. And once again, we're going to grab our do not bend stickers here, put one on the back, right on the tab there, flip it over. And then I go a little bit excessive here, but I really want to make sure that this package doesn't get bent. And even if it does, at least the buyer will know that I did everything in my power to prevent this package from being bent. So there you have it on this one. This bubble mailer, if you ship in this manner using the supplies via the links below, it'll cost you about 48 cents. All right, last but not least, what if you're shipping a slab like this tag slab right here? So let's say I'm going to ship out this Giovanni's Charisma right here. Now I want to make sure that this card gets to where it's going in exactly the shape that it has left me in. And trust me, I have bought slabs off of eBay that have shown up broken, and I've had to fight to get a refund for those slabs because they're shipped just so poorly. And I will never ship a slab in nothing but an envelope and bubble wrap. I'm always going to go a little bit more, go the extra mile to get this purchase to the purchaser with no damage. Now for this, what I use here, this is a 7" by 5" by 1" box. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll put this together real quick. All right, so I've got my box put together here, and it's just a nice little gloss black box. And then we'll take our slab, whatever I did with that. I seem to have lost, there it is. All right, so we'll take our slab, and then this bubble mailer here is 3.5 by 6 inches, and the slab will fit in there perfectly, no matter if it's PSA, CGC, TAG, or any other grading company, should fit in this bubble mailer absolutely perfectly. So we've got that in there. We're just gonna go ahead, close it up with the adhesive, and then we use one piece of 12" by 12" bubble wrap, and we're just gonna go ahead and lay the slab in there, fold it over, and that'll give us just a little bit more protection on top of what we already have. And then we can just fold this over once again, and then it will fit right into our box perfectly. Close that box up with the tabs in. And then we got to make sure that this box is absolutely sealed. Don't want any tampering. That way, if the box is tampered with, our buyer knows that it was open. And then you can just use some packing tape to go ahead and close this up if the box wants to stay shut. We'll go ahead and show this, close that back up. And we just get our piece of packing tape here, put it on there, and then close our box up. Now, if you want to do a little bit extra, you can also put some tape on the edges here. That is entirely up to you. But now we have our slab in a nice box along with 2 layers of bubble wrap. Grab our shipping label and then just go ahead and throw it right on there. And now this slab is ready to be shipped. If you want to do it this way, again, with the supplies that I've listed in the description below, it'll cost you about 75 cents to ship it this way, but that should be no problem considering you're probably selling a slab that's worth a lot more than 75 cents. So there you have it. That is exactly how I ship all of my Pokemon cards that go out of my eBay store. We've got our cards for less than $10 in nothing but an envelope and an extra cardboard insert to keep it protected. We've got cards over $10 in a bubble mailer with a couple cardboard inserts to give it a little more rigidity. And last, we've got our slabs in a 7x5x1 box with a bubble mailer and an extra layer of protection of bubble wrap around that bubble mailer. So if you're getting into selling Pokemon cards online, I hope that this video has helped you, and I hope providing the links down below has also helped you find some cheaper supplies that will get your sales to their customers in great condition. And trust me, I have had a lot of feedback on eBay that says, can't believe, how great this card was shipped. Packaging was great, card arrived undamaged. Trust me, your buyers will come back again if you ship your cards and it looks good, the presentation is good, and it is well packaged. People will come back. They will know that they're going to get a product from you that is undamaged. So if you like this video and it helped you out, please leave a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't done so yet, please tap the subscribe button on your way out. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.